Welcome on to the all-new series we're going to call Motorsport Monday. Today's feature game will be MotoGP 2018. The MotoGP series is the premier simulator of the motorcycle world. In MotoGP 2018, you go around all the official tracks with the official riders unless you want to enter career mode, in which you will get to make your own rider. You can start from the very beginning and then junior class, then work your way up to the middle and finally into the legendary MotoGP series, in which you compete against the greatest in the world under the lights and the nights. You're racing all times of day from morning till midnight in all kinds of weather. It'll be clear and sunny, heavy fog, light rain, to a tsunami. Well, not quite a tsunami. I don't think that would be possible. It really affects the handling, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. The different modes are your standard. You got your career mode, which you can build your own person up slowly through the ranks until you're the best in the world. Then you got your quick play, where you can sit there and do individual races. You can do split screen, and of course you have your online, where you can go against the best in the world. I don't recommend that unless you're one of the best in the world, because you're gonna get your ass kicked. I did. In career mode, if you choose to start off with the very beginning ones, you'll get signed contracts, and they usually be with the weaker teams, but you won't have as many expectations on yourself, and you have different difficulty settings. Usually I stay towards the middle when I first begin. I try to go as much simulator controls as I can, and you build up from there, and it's pretty fun. But then later on you'll get to where you'll have full simulator on. You'll have the difficulty cranked all the way up, and basically one mistake and it's over for you. The better you do in the races, of course, the more money you win. The more money you win, the more money you spend, and that way you can soup up your cars and your motorcycles, and you'll do way better. And that means you'll make more money, and your motorcycles and get way faster. And before you know it, that you'll be turning up the difficulty because you're just smoking everybody. The attention to detail of this year's tracks has a big jump from what it used to be. This game went from a single A to almost a triple A, if not. All the details and the foliage, the way all the side looks, even the characters in the stands look a lot better. They're not quite what they are in some of the other games, but it's not on that level. The beautiful thing about it is even though it keeps the proper lineup of what the actual real world career mode is set up as, each track seems to teach you and break you into it until later in the year, and all of a sudden you'll have one that's just all of a sudden super crazy hard, and you'll have a couple like that, and then you'll have that one that feels like it should have been towards the beginning of the season. But it goes like that. At least it keeps it realistic, and it really teaches you how to use the game's mechanics. Speaking of the game's mechanics, it starts off, you can go all the way down to basically as an arcade game, to where you just have one brake button and you just hit the gas, to where you go full on like you're on a real motorcycle. You have the front brake and the back brake. You have to learn how to manage those together. There is a specific rhythm for specific corners, or you're gonna eat it. Then you have to have throttle control, both accelerating and decelerating. There's a lot of corners you don't even need the brake. If you use the brake on some of these corners, you're going to flip over the handlebars doing 180 and crush your skull in on the concrete. The physics of the game is aces, from the little details of the angles you have to put your body in to squeeze the tiniest little milliseconds out of the lap, to the way on the straightaways you lean into the front of the bike for the aerodynamics, so you can get that top end up there. Also, the physics feel pretty good on the bike's tires. If you get on the brake too much, you're gonna bite on that tire and it's gonna skip on you, and you never know, it might flip you off in the back, and then you're gonna see the physics of the wreck. They're gonna make you laugh until you realize that you just screwed yourself and you're like 6-7 seconds behind where you were. outside of career mode, you have your, like I said, your standard modes. The split screen is fun, but this game is detailed enough in the handling. Unless you have friends that have this game, they're not going to have a good time. It's not going to be competitive. You're just going to crush them. However, you do have where you can do single race or you can do single season with actual real world racers, and you can start off in a low level, you can start off in mid level or high level. I'll just go ahead and jump in high level with people like Valentino Rossi and the other people like him, and the sense of speed up there is really fun, and they just control better. Because you get to do the different stats like how you lean, your aggression, stuff like that. Looking back at my time with this game, I had a really lot of fun. I could highly recommend it. It's not going to be the best looking in the series because it's 2021 and the brand new one's about to come out. I'm thinking about picking it up. However, if you've never played one of these games but you're interested in motorcycles, it's regularly on sale for $5 to $7, and that's an easy steal, And plus, some people, you may not want to play it all the time. You just want something you can throw on there. Sometimes there's people online on this one still, and you can have a little fun. Although a lot of the people online are the beasts who didn't want to move on, or they just didn't care to spend the money every year. So be warned. Anyways, have fun. See you next week.